Welcome back, guys. I hope you guys have been enjoying both the new craft and MorrisLand series. Today we got some stuff on the docket that I'm excited for. For starters, doing a little work inside the base here. Down here, we got a little bee farm. Got a little bee thing going. You know, I wanted honeycomb and honey blocks, so it's just a manual little setup with 5 bees nests. And then down here, got gunpowder. I threw together in between episodes. Wow, that's loud. This little creeper farm. It's not state of the art or anything, but it's just 2 spawning platforms. 1, 2, 2 cats. Creeper spawning with trapdoors and preventing spiders from spawning with the carpets. Creepers will spawn on this platform. They'll see the cat, they'll get scared, they'll run over here to where this granite block is, think that they can run over here, fall down, and get into decram. There's 24 minecarts, 23 minecarts, and then 1 minecart hopper. And then the items I have just getting spit down into this little funnel. Goes up that water chain, up the water vader, come over here, and bam, spits out into our little gunpowder. It works best when I'm standing in my room up here. I did a little bit, not like a whole lot of lighting, but I did a little bit of lighting around here. A lot of this is water, but if you look around, I've done a little bit of lighting. Of course, not a whole lot. There's still some spots that need to be lit up, but I wasn't going for like super crazy efficient, whatever. I just need some gunpowder so that I can get up and down out of the mine area and stuff like that. Make some firework rockets. I guess I should have looked to see if we got any spawns when I was there in the bedroom, but it doesn't matter. As long as we're in the area, it will be producing a little bit of gunpowder, and that's all we're going for. Eventually, we will have a efficient OP creeper farm that gives us enough gunpowder and we can just blow through rockets like crazy. But got those done. Today we will be working on a XP ender render. XP farm ender. Yeah, and then we're gonna put a build over there. But to get started, I'm gonna meet you guys at the end and we'll talk about what's been going on down. Alright, so we're at the end portal. We're not gonna work on this room today, but eventually I do want to get this room rebuilt, revamped, looking a whole lot better. But we logged started recording here because as soon as you enter in the end, you'll see I've been doing some work. So I outlined our spawn platform with this frying obsidian, and you see that there's 2 holes here. Those will be our water vaders going down. I've already done the whole like cobblestone water lava trick where you get the cobblestone pillars and then you go down and make a little cobblestone platform. Because our ender render will be at the bottom of the world, but it'll also be like 150 blocks in that direction. But I want to show you what else I've done up here. Let's take off. I removed this pillar for 2 reasons. Just because I wanted a clean path to get to the exit. Also, I wanted the obsidian. Now, whenever I spawn in the dragon, this pillar will grow back up. So I'm not going to spawn in the dragon anytime soon, but when I do, I want to go ahead and just do all the dragon gateways, which is like 16, I think. You got to fight the dragon 16 times. Oh, go over here and take care of this guy. So I don't know if you guys seen, but this was in my last episode at the very end. This has been my mob grinder, my XP grinder for this world, and it's not very good. I don't know what happened to that guy. But it's very slow, highly inefficient. Oh, now he comes back for, yeah, come on. Oh, that was almost dangerous. Okay. Um, and so what I would do is, just to run you through it, you come over here, you run all the way to the end. You have to do this every time. Not like every time you log in, like every time you want to get a new batch of Endermans. Come all the way down here. And what this does is it forces the Endermen into this section of the world. There are none out there. It forces them all right here. And then you run back as fast as you can. You gotta be quick about it. Because then they're gonna start teleporting and moving on. And see that guy spawned way out there. Then you just, this area's been lowered because I've been doing some work. But you just look around, make some eye contact. This is probably gonna get loud. And you just hack and slash. I don't want to go too far forwards. With sweeping edge, you know, sharpness 5, whatever you got. And you got to do this like 3 or 4 times or more for each tool you want to repair. And you just hold yourself up. And then if you don't want the ender pearls, you can open these trapdoors. I found sometimes they would get stuck or whatever. So I just started picking them up. Coming over here, and I just have this trash can that just spits items into the void. Dump those in there. Problem taken care of, and your stuff is amended and stuff like that. It's a very slow, tedious process. The Ender Render, what I'm aiming for is to be from level 0 to level 30 in under a minute. That's like 5-10 minutes. I want to be under a minute. So, oh, and I brought the beacon over here because I've been mining this out. I do a little bit of mining, listening to some music or something, and then unload the stuff into the trash can. And but I decided, you know what, I'm gonna do, so we're gonna have this problem that whenever I build this farm, we go down here and we go 160 180 blocks in that direction. It's entirely possible that this section of land maybe will, maybe won't, I don't know, still have Enderman on it. And that would affect the rates of the farm. It's entirely possible that they won't. I haven't done the calculations. We'll find out when we get there. But even then, any piece of land that is on this side of this path, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create a sweeping TNT. What do they call them? Miners. And I'm just gonna blast out all of this endstone. Eventually, when we fight the dragon and we get all of our end portals and stuff like that, we'll tear all of this down and build something better. But for now, I definitely want to get rid of this little peninsula area here. Everything, like I said, if you drew a line right here, if it's to the left of it, I want it gone. Including all this and all that, but, you know, that's a given. That is the plan for today. Not all that, but building the Enderman Farm. That is on the docket. So, let's see. I got stuff prepared. Right here, right here. So, before we can even start building a farm, I've got a bridge. I've got a bridge like 150 blocks. I gotta go at least 128 blocks from the nearest land. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna literally go, I think it's 3 stacks. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go 3 stacks of blocks in that direction, which is like 180, maybe close to 200. I don't even know. Over the void, placing these fences, And then after we place the fences, then we've got to make a bunch of carpets. And then we got to double stack the carpets on top of the fences. And what that'll do is that'll prevent not only spawns, but Enderman teleportation. So Enderman won't even be able to teleport to those surfaces. This part is going to be a little scary. Okay. I don't know. I don't know if we missed. I'm a little nervous being at the bottom of the void with no forgiveness. Okay. All right. You know, heart attack pending. We don't have to like start right here. I didn't even bring a pickaxe. Probably shouldn't have brought my armor either, but you know, we're already here actually. I want to use a little bit of common sense. If we lose a stack of rockets and an elytra, that's a whole lot better than losing everything. You know what I mean? I mean, we can keep that. Obviously, we can keep that, and I need to keep that. So we'll dump all that there. Okay. I think we just angered that feller. Should have brought a pumpkin head. All right, with no further ado, let's get started. I'm gonna start right here because we're gonna have like our water vader and stuff, so that can all go here, and we're gonna be far enough away from this platform that I'm not worried about any spawns or anything happening on this platform. Um, let's get started. We're gonna go. So that's 3 wide. Plus, you know, there's gonna be 2 carpets on top, so you'll be a block above that. And then I want to go even wider. I want to go 5 wide. Toggle sneak. That makes. Then we just do this. Okay. What's the best way to do it? 3 stacks minus, we've already done 2. Right? And I'm just going to go down the center doing this. Oh no, that's. No, I need that. No, I also need that. Okay. Well, let's bring 2 back. Okay. So that's done. Down here, I dropped a couple, as you saw. Actually dropped a 3rd one. Okay, so 5 wide all the way down. The reason I went 5 wide is you're just more comfortable when you go 5 wide. Just feel safe. So I'm gonna go an orange strip with dark gray. And don't forget that we have to go double tall to prevent teleportation. So we'll actually be up here. 2. Just like this all the way down. But what we're gonna do, yep, just like that all the way down. And then having that orange stripe's just gonna look. But we're gonna come all the way down here. We're gonna test out. Ooh, scary. We'll go double stack with the orange. Okay. Okay. So now we're here. We're gonna come up, see if we see any Endermen. That's actually a really good sign. No Endermen spawned at all up here. Enderman over there. None up there. That is really good. That means that we're far enough out that even if I don't blast all this out, we won't be affected by any Enderman at all. None of the rates of the farm will be affected. So that's good to know. Still going to remove that chunk. But now knowing that we don't have to is very nice. It means that right away when we build this farm, it's going to be really efficient. All right, guys. So I got some work done over here. And I got these water columns put in. It's decorated all the way up. When all this is gone, it'll look a lot better. But I grossly underestimated the amount of wool I needed. So I had to go back, shear the sheep, you know. Because I was thinking, I don't know why, but I was thinking you get 2 carpets per wool. You actually get 3 carpets per 2 wool. So I ran out of wool a lot quicker than I thought. But it's all the way down on this end. And then all the way down on that end. Looking really good. Now, if you don't have an elytra, you can get up and down. So if I was to, like, you know, my elytra was to break or whatever, I could still get down here and I could still get back up. So, perfect. Now, we're gonna start building the actual farm. And I think I'm gonna do this in time-lapse form so that you guys can see. The farm that we're building here today is like the basic, most common Enderman farm. It's the central column where they fall like 42 blocks is what you're supposed to do. I usually do like a block less or whatever. That way, you know, if I do anything wrong, I have room. So fall like 40 blocks onto a bunch of hoppers, and there's like a 16 by 16 spawn platform with an endermite in the middle. I've got up here from using my little enderman slayer over here. I've got a bunch of ender pearls prepped and ready to go for that part. So right now we're just gonna build that column. I'm hoping it's gonna be a 5 by 5 column of glass panes, 40 blocks high, which, you know, mavs should be 5, 10, 12, 13, 14, 16, like 16 stacks of 40. And I don't think I even have that. So I'm probably going to need more glass. But we're going to get started anyways and see where we get. And hopefully I'll have something to present back. Okay, so we're back at the base. And I forgot to show you this. This little hole in the wall is actually a little bit more than that. It's 3 hoppers, 2 half slabs, and above each, well, inside each half slab is a source of water. And I have a little bit of black concrete to show you. This is really handy when you're trying to make a bunch of concrete. Usually what, I would do is just come out here, place a block, break it, place a block, break it. But then the pieces go everywhere, you're looking for them. Sometimes you even lose a piece. In order to get the best rates or efficiency, I guess, you just do something like this. Hold both left and right click. Do this until the stack is gone. You want to make sure you get all 3 of those hoppers in there, because if you don't, then you will lose stuff. But yep, just do this, and back there in the back is a log, because your pickaxe is really slow at breaking log. Then a whole stack, bam, just like that. Perfect. And then instant, like not instant, but super fast, efficient concrete making. I wanted to show you guys that real quick. But we're over here today. Got a windmill out there. We're going to be building our farmhouse. I've designed a beautiful farmhouse. It's going to go like right here. One regret I do have about this is I wish I would have moved it back like 5 blocks. Like really close to this path. Like maybe too close, but it's okay. It's going to be a little tight here. Farmhouse right here. I could move the farmhouse way back, but then it just didn't feel right to me. So it's going to be like right here. And then barn this next episode. But here's our materials. And yeah, we're gonna get started. You guys ready for the final product? Bam. I spent a long time in creative mode trying to figure this one out. The problem is the white. Like, I built this with white, and I was like, that was the worst decision I ever made, because then I had to bring the white over here. And if I just did, like, this works because it's just such a small surface, so it just is textured automatically. But you take all that, you just take that and you put that here, it looks awful. Super grainy and just miserable. It just didn't work. So I did my best at texturing with, so you have concrete, you have concrete powder, and then you have white wool. I think it came out all right. Over here we have the pale oak. This is pale oak. This is spruce, and this is dark oak. So we have, oh, and we got jungle. So we have 4 different types of wood. This is all into this one build. And originally I only had 2. And then I was like, okay, let's mix this up. Let's mix this up. And then next thing you know, it really started to just like have so many different like shades and tints and stuff. It started to work together because it took me a long time to get to this point. Also, we got this chimney. I'm pretty happy with this chimney. It took me, oh, looks like I'm missing a block there. It took me a while to get where I was like satisfied with this chimney. And I love like these stairs just make it look like there's actual like chunks of brick missing. I love that. It looks a little worn down, beat up. But yeah, I'm happy with that chimney. And then up at the top, just to connect the roof, this pitch here, we got the new bookshelves. That's, I think, the first time I've used them in that game. Then I brought ferns in. These are moss blocks. Got lights hidden down there. You can probably see. All in all, I'm really happy with this one. I think it turned out really good. It's just a old school, maybe a little too modern for the Renaissance era. I gotta admit, like, this is a Renaissance-y build I'm building, and this is like a fairly modern ranch style house. But with this windmill next to it, it brings it back 100 years. So that's gonna do it for this episode. I appreciate you guys watching. Hope you guys are enjoying this, and I hope you guys are enjoying Noobcraft. If you are enjoying it, please like, comment, subscribe. All of that helps, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Bye.